All right. So it is not the best lighting scenario right now. We'll work on that for next week. But just really wanted to just jump on here for 15, 20 minutes um, and discuss conversations and how imperative they are in let's do this a little better. And how imperative they are in the conversational aspect of knowing when you are ready to take the next steps. So, my very first live sound wasn't working, and this is kind of what I discussed is that you have to have those conversations with your family, especially your mothers and your fathers and grandparents that may be older, to make sure that they are prepared. Do they have wills ready? Do they have trusts ready? Um, do they have all of their finances not in line, but in a spot that are easily accessible if something was to happen to them, to where somebody could get a hold of them and know that we have this, we have that, we have this, we have that. I'm going to be putting together a couple more videos. One is going to be about executorships and how to make sure that you are prepared and they understand that you're going to need to find things and be able to access things and how to achieve that. But the conversations are important before anything bad happens. Once something bad happens, it's too late. It really is. So you really have to make sure that any opportunity you have to bring it up, if you already don't know that something is in place, or if you do know, then wonderful. But if you don't know, you have to pick your opportunities to bring it up. um this is how I described it: piece of mail, a commercial on TV, anything that says this is something you may need to worry about in the future. All right. um it's a taboo conversation. A lot of families don't like having them. And, on this channel, again, a lot of the content kind of crosses over into other things, because it's all generally one factor, one main goal, and that's to have conversations and make sure that everybody is prepared, to make sure that the paperwork is in line, the accounts are in line, the bills are in line. Like, everything has to have a place. Um, and you know, the conversation can be very simple. Like, do you have a will? That's it. Simple question. Do you have a will? Is it in place? Is it current? How old is it? Have things changed? Like, for myself and my wife, things have changed. So we need to go and readdress our wills because people that are involved in the will are no longer here. So that's not cool. We've acquired different things that are not now in the new will. So as your life changes, you're going to need to change and adapt your wills or your trusts to your new lifestyle or their lifestyle. And you just need to run with it. But it's very difficult for families to have those conversations. Um, I'm not saying I don't know why, but it's something um, that can protect a lot of people, and protect a lot of wealth, protect real estate, protect assets from just going somewhere or being touched or moved by somebody that shouldn't have access to them. Because if something happens and there's no paperwork to say A, B, C, D, E, courts come in, now it goes into probate. This one is saying they owe it or earned it, and this one is saying this and that, and it turns into a mess, turns into a long drawn process. And after going through what some of you may go through when that happens, you don't need that aggravation, don't need that stress. All right, you need to just be able to focus on what needs to be focused on, and that's it. So it's difficult to think about things like that, difficult to talk about things like that, and it has to be done. And the easiest way is in some of my videos, in one of my videos for Life and Legacy, it's in the archives, but it's in the playlist as older videos from another channel that I had. It's to blame me, right? The video is blame Eric about having to have this conversation, right? If you don't or can't, find an easy way to break into it, just be like, hey, I was watching this guy on YouTube and he was discussing wills and trusts and, being prepared and versus unprepared. And, I watched a couple of his videos and gave us some good insight. And we just want to know, like, are you prepared? Are you ready? Is this in line? Is that in line? Have you thought about this, or who's in charge? And worry about the paperwork end of it, not the monetary end of it, because that's all going to come out in the wash anyway. But you need to make sure that the paperwork, the steps are being accounted for and taken care of. So the wills, are the bonds current? Are they, if they have bonds and they've matured, have them cash them. My God, have them cash the bonds if they have matured already. There are things that they can take care of now while they are still alive that will save you a bunch of hassle down the road if something was to happen to them. But my God, the bonds, just take care of the bonds. I found out it's a big pain in the ass after somebody passes away to take care of bonds. But if there are things that they can take care of, have them take care of them. Depending on the real estate situation that they're in, if they have extra properties, there's a few ways that they can go about moving those properties or selling those properties. So if you need any assistance in that, reach out and I can talk you through those. But one thing to remember about this channel, I am not a tax professional, medical, CPA, financial advisor, or a elder care lawyer or anything. I'm just somebody who is in real estate, who has gone through what I describe. I've gone through both parents passing away, going through the sale of the home, going through purchasing a new home, all of that, and all the other little steps. And the biggest thing that saved us was having the conversation before they passed away, because I knew what I was looking for after they passed away, meaning bank accounts, stocks, bonds, cash, real estate, car titles, all of that stuff. Okay. that is key, because if you have a sick parent and they're struggling and they're not well, and it becomes a burden on the family, depending on what is going on and how that is affecting everybody after they pass away, it's even worse. And you just dealt with all the stress of them being sick. Now you're dealing with the stress of them passing away. You don't need to deal with stress as an executor and having to play find the treasure. All right. It doesn't need to be that way. It should be all set in stone. And all you should have to do is just go, here's the folder, open it up, and find everything. So conversations are key early on. I can't stress it enough. But like I said, they are in my pre-made videos. They're on the playlists. Check them out. This channel is completely on giving information on how to help older adults help with their senior parents when things start going bad. And I can also help out with the real estate side of it, knowing and having gone through the same emotions, the same steps, the same house cleaning, the same downsizing, the same emotions of mom can't go back into that house because it doesn't suit her needs. We're going to have to sell it to, get her in a new home, to not even needing the new home, to having just to sell the home, to buy another home so we can make a move and start new. And been there, done it, not fun, very stressful, especially as an only child. If you have family that can help out, which luckily I did, aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff, you're going to be better off. You're going to be much, much better off. I don't know. Sometimes might be a little easier as an only child to deal with some things, and not have people be able to, share their thoughts. But for myself, it worked out well. But I understand the stress. For 80 some odd days, it was go to work, come home, go to the hospital for, I think it was like 4 or 5 hour visiting time they had. It was right after COVID. So they were still strict with their rules. Go home, stress out, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, and just repeat it for like 80 something freaking days. So if there's anybody in the real estate world that knows and understands the stress, the frustration, the depression, the unknown thoughts, what's the next step? How do we get through that? I'm the guy. And I'm not just saying that to get business or to, pat myself on the shoulder. I understand it. So I will be able to guide you. I will be able to help you through the emotions, understand the emotions, not pressure the emotions, allow it to go at your own pace, but yet still be there saying, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. We can't do this yet. We have to do this now. But yet still in the back of my mind, knowing what you've just gone through and how to convey what needs to be done. So if you are in the Sarasota area and are currently going through a situation like that, and need help, not maybe so much with selling the real estate, but maybe how to manage it or what your steps could be or should be. There's a lot of other background information just besides selling it, that you can do depending on the property. So reach out and we will talk you through with that. But I just like to jump on here one night a week and just kind of run my thoughts out for a week. The videos are all pre-made for about a week or two, 3 weeks, but sometimes during the week, something is said in a mastermind that I've seen, or some type of new news comes out that I need to address. And sometimes it's just let you know what I'm thinking and how we can help you out. So check out those videos. If any of them strike your fancy, great. If you have concerns or questions on something, on a topic, and you need to know about it, drop it in a comment in one of the videos, and I'll see if either I have witnessed something to it or done something with it, or get somebody that has, that may get an answer for you, because that's what this channel is about. It's about helping out families who are struggling, who are in bad places, and I'm not talking financially and things, it could be financially, but, emotionally struggling, stressful, depressionable, because this scenario of life is not fun. It takes a lot out of people, and I get it. It's been 5 years and it still sucks. And, we're just here to help you in any way we can. So check out some of my videos. And again, if you need help with something or struggling with an area, let us know, because I'm sure somebody out there has gone through it and they can maybe answer your comment. So love to help you all out, grow this community, and start helping changing lives. All right. So have a good night.